In this video, we're going to learn about trims. There are two function types of trims, piece assignable and edge assignable. A piece assignable trim can be added as an internal element anywhere within the garment. An edge assignable trim can be added along any line. 3D trims can be found in the Materials Library tab of the left side Resources. This is a cloud-based asset library that is included with the software. In this lesson, we'll be discussing 2D trims. You can find more information on 3D trims in a separate video. A 2D trim is an image of a trim. To add a trim, we're going to open the hamburger menu from the Trim section. Let's add a piece assignable trim. Acceptable file formats are photographs and vectors. From the Garment tab, we are able to view trim in use, trim not in use, and the backside of the trim. When we hover over a trim thumbnail, we can access more options in the hamburger menu, such as clone the trim, rename, reset color, and more. Remember, we can hide and show our material textures in the 2D window. To use a trim texture, we turn on our Assign tool. Ensure we have the chosen trim selected in the Resources, then click where we'd like this trim. We can assign in the 2D or 3D window. We can see that the trim texture image is stamped onto our garment. Now let's add an edge assignable trim. We can see that the trim texture image is repeated along the line. Each trim texture is comprised of the main image, diffuse, and corresponding texture maps to build a 3D visual in the simulation window. You can find more information about material maps in a separate video. Let's look at the texture options in the right side context view. To view this menu, select a trim thumbnail from the Material Resources tab using the Texture tool. The texture has a face image and a back image, with the ability to adjust each separately. To copy the images and maps from face to back, we select this arrow. And do the same with the opposite arrow to copy from back to face. With edge assignable trims, we are also able to add some workmanship properties to the texture, seam properties, and thread properties. The Advanced Options section is related to material maps, which we cover in a separate video. The Information section allows you to add text metadata to this fabric. This info is part of our TechPack export, which we will cover in another video. To remove a piece assignable trim, select the trim, then press Delete on your keyboard. To remove an edge assignable trim, right-click on the line which it is assigned and select Remove Seam. In this video, we've learned trims. For more information, check out the Browseware Help Center.